Pregame.com.
Welcome back to Pregame.tv. This is the final game of the week for us. We're going to take a look at Kansas City at Denver. Guys, you know, the Kansas City Chiefs, I mean, everybody's talked about it. They're undefeated. They should have lost at least, statistically, they could have lost half of their games. You know, last week, well, they played 2 weeks ago. They had a bye week last week, the Buffalo game. Buffalo went up and down the field on them. Now, I had Kansas City in that one, and I will be the first one to say I had a wrong side winner, but I've had the other way. So I'll take that one, put it in. I'll put that ticket in my pocket and spend the money just fine. I don't have any qualms with that. But their defense keeps bailing them out. In the Buffalo game, it was never more evident because not only did they get 3 crucial turnovers, they got the turnovers deep in their own territory, and then they actually turned. It was a flip-flop where Buffalo was going in for 7 and they took it the other way for 7, and you make a 14-point swing around. Can this team, does the clock strike midnight Sunday?
I think it does. I mean, Denver, again, the one thing that you're concerned about are the ankles of Peyton Manning, because if he's not mobile, you got to still remember, even though Kansas City is playing against less than potent offenses, their defense is solid as far as rushing the passer. And when you got Poe and Ali, those are 2 of the best in the business. And if they get to Manning one time, even after he throws a pass or whatever, and they're able to hurt him or make him less than comfortable, we know Manning's had the happy feet with the Colts for years. Now those ankles are so banged up and bandaged up that he really can't even move those feet, Brian.
And you're looking at a Denver game played at night. It gets cold. It's not good for your ankles. I have serious concerns about that. But you know, everybody talks about the easy schedule Kansas City has played. Do you know Denver has only played one team that currently has a winning record? The Colts. And by the way, the Colts beat Denver. So you take a look at the 4 teams they played. Each of them have played the same 4 teams. Dallas, Philadelphia, the Giants, and Oakland. They won all 4 of those games, both teams. The Chiefs won by 52 points, and Denver won by 69 points, which is about 4 points per game. You give a team a 3-point home field advantage. That's about 7. That's very similar to what the line is in this game. So it all comes down to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning can't move around. I think there might be some value here on Kansas City.
Well, there's no question, and we're going to talk about value, and is when we get to an actual free play here, it's not going to be a play on the game. I'm going to give a recommendation on the teaser in this game. And that's part of what we're seeing with this line fluctuation. Right now, here in Vegas, there's one book that has this game at 7.5. You can go and shop around offshore. You can get this game at 9 or 9.5. And it's teaser protection. Right. And we talk about it, you know, for guys that don't understand what we're talking about is anytime you see a 7.5-point favorite, and Vegas knows the public's going to come to the favorite side. And, of course, in this one, it's Denver. They're going to move that line to 9 or 9.5 to slow down people taking a 6-point teaser. They want them to, if they're going to take the teaser, make them spend the full 7 points so that they're laying $1.40 here in town. But, Brian, I know you talked last week when we were watching one of the games. You mentioned, you know, they keep doing all this stuff with the teaser protection. At some point, doesn't it create the value to the other side?
There is value on the other side. And I know guys who will bet from the 9.5 up over the 14 in that regard. And what we're going to find in this game, because there's a lot of guys, you recommend the teaser for Denver. There's going to be so many people betting the teaser on Denver. If you're looking for a money line play on Kansas City, you're going to get more value on it because they're expecting all the Denver money. So there's going to be plenty of value on Kansas City the other way if you're willing to take them on the money line.
And the good thing is that Dwayne Bowe will be in a state where marijuana is legal, so he might be ready for the game after all.
We had to get that one in there. All right, what I'm going to recommend here in this game is because it is such a big game, playing at home. I know Kansas City's had 2 weeks to prepare, but I just don't see Denver losing at home. And teasing Denver down, I think, is the safer bet. This is one of those ones that you could actually win the teaser, I think, both ways. I don't think Kansas City's going to get totally blown out, but the problem is with that Denver offense, and because they don't take their foot off the gas because their defense is so bad, they'll keep the foot to the gas. They could blow Kansas City out if it gets ugly, because if there's separation in this game and Alex Smith has to force the ball downfield. That's not his comfort zone. We've seen that all year. So I think the safest way to attack this game, I think, is to tease Denver down, get them down to that 1.5, 2 points, however you want to do it with the numbers, with the 6 or the 7 point teaser. I think that's the way to go and tie them up in some other bets.
Brian, real quick, as far as on Super Bowl props that you always master,
Right.
The 3 consecutive scores that we see, will a team score 3 success? If Denver does score 3 straight times, this game will be a blowout. Kansas City, if they can stop that from happening, will cover this game.
Yeah, you made the point on, Kansas City's never been way behind in any game. So every game they've played is basically played out to their benefit. And you talk about yards per play, Kansas City's actually gives out more yards per play than they actually produce themselves, and yet they're undefeated on the season.
They just grind it down
they,
the field.
They are the
Matriculate,
anti,
old Hank Stram
they are the
terminology.
anti-Houston Texans. Houston outgains everybody, finds a way to lose. Kansas City gets outgained, finds a way to win.
And when they played one another, Houston covered the spread. All right, guys, that's it. We're recommending a teaser here, or at least I'm recommending the teaser on Denver for Sunday. That's it for this week on our videos. There's still a Monday night video out there from the Tuesday Crew. You can check that out. Tuesday Crew will be back next week. Check out their videos. And then the Three Amigos will be back, or sometimes referred to as the Three Stooges. We'll be back on Wednesday next week.
And these guys will be a little heftier because they're going to eat well this week.
We're eating well, thanks to my man in the middle. All right, guys, have a great week. Cash a lot of tickets. He's Brian Leonard. He's Ken Thompson. I'm Marco D'Angelo. See you next week.